Sometimes emotions hit you harder than expected. A small comment ruins your entire day. Your mind spirals without your permission, or you react more intensely than you meant to, and you don't even know why. If this feels familiar, there's nothing wrong with you. You're not weak, you're not dramatic, you're not broken. Your emotional reactions have reasons, and once you understand those reasons, you can begin to change the way you respond. In this video, we're going to explore why your emotions sometimes feel out of control, and more importantly, how to build real emotional regulation in a gentle, realistic way. Take a breath, and let's start. Your brain is built to protect you, and it does this through something called the amygdala, the emotional alarm system. The amygdala reacts before you think, before you analyze, before you can calm yourself down. It's fast, and sometimes it's too fast. The problem is that your amygdala doesn't know the difference between a real threat and something that only feels threatening, like a disappointed tone, someone not replying, a long silence, or a situation that reminds you of something painful in the past. So your body reacts as if you're in danger. Your heart races, your breathing changes, your thoughts get sharp or chaotic, your muscles tense. The reaction feels overwhelming, not because you're overreacting, but because your brain truly believes it's protecting you. There is always a reason behind an intense emotion, even if the reason isn't obvious yet. Here's something many people never learn. Emotional reactions can become habits. If you've spent years expecting rejection, preparing for disappointment, bracing for conflict, reading too deeply into tone or silence, holding emotions in until they overflow, your brain learns these patterns. Not because you chose them, but because repetition trains the nervous system. So over time, worry becomes automatic, frustration becomes automatic, shutting down becomes automatic, overthinking becomes automatic. These aren't personality flaws. They're practiced emotional habits, often formed in environments where you had to adapt to stay emotionally safe. The good news is this: anything learned can be unlearned. Your brain is not fixed, it's flexible, and it can change at any age. What emotional regulation really is? Many people think emotional regulation means stop feeling this way, but that's not regulation, that's suppression. True emotional regulation means something much gentler, staying present with the emotion without being overwhelmed by it. It's not about shutting your feelings off, it's about understanding them enough to respond, instead of react. Real regulation looks like noticing your body starting to tighten, recognizing the emotion before it peaks, taking a breath instead of firing back, understanding the difference between now and then, choosing your response instead of being taken by the reaction. Regulation is a space. At first, it's small, maybe 1 second, but over time, that space grows. And inside that space, you gain control. Here are 3 simple and practical ways to regulate your feelings. 1. Name the emotion. It sounds almost too simple, but naming a feeling calms the amygdala. I'm overwhelmed. I'm anxious. I'm afraid of being ignored. I'm worried about losing connection. When you name a feeling, your thinking brain reconnects. Your emotion becomes something you can observe, not something you're trapped inside. 2. Ask, is this from now or from before? Many overwhelming emotions aren't about the present moment. They're echoes of earlier experiences. This question helps your mind pause. Is this emotion coming from this situation, or is it coming from something it reminds me of? Simply asking brings clarity, and clarity brings calm. 3. Ground your body for 1 minute. Your body is the doorway to emotional control. Try this. Put your feet on the floor, look around the room, name 3 things you see, notice your breath, slow it just a little, place your hand on your chest or abdomen. Grounding brings your nervous system back to the present moment, where the emotion is manageable. If you struggle with intense emotions, remember this: you're not failing, you're adapting. Your reactions make sense when you understand where they come from. And now that you can begin to change them, gently, at your own pace. If you'd like more videos like this, exploring your emotions, patterns, attachment styles, and inner world, subscribe to Mindful Depth. Together, we'll understand your mind, one layer at a time.